G'day, 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 ladies and gentlemen, and all those in between. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Mind, where as a Chapter 1, Season 1 veteran, I'm going to be showing you guys the latest and greatest tips, tricks, strategies, and more to winning not only more games, but more crowns in Fortnite Chapter 6. So if you guys are keen, as always, to see if we'll be able to send it back here for the win, make sure you guys do hit that like button and you hit that subscribe button. Of course, we will be picking up the Enforcer AR. This is definitely something I really wanted to be covering in today's episode, guys. And we will be going over a lot of changes and more, just in regards to this season and how it differs from earlier seasons. So make sure you guys do kick back, you grab some snacks and relax. Alright, I'm going to remove some of these items here because we want to have as much of a clean inventory as possible. But essentially, guys, we've got a few things, really cool things I want to cover. First things first, you can now actually aim down sight whilst you are mid-air. Alright, I'm going to try and find maybe one of the red dots there because that'll definitely sort of show you guys a little bit more consistently. But additionally, you'll be able to reload in air as well as reloading whilst ADS. Right, whilst you guys are aiming down sight, you can now actually reload your gun. And I'm pretty sure someone said you can reload whilst you're in the air as well. So that could be quite interesting. We'll definitely try and give it a go. I'll just shoot out one bullet there. And we'll try and jump down here. And as you can see, you can actually reload your gun whilst you are mid-air or out flying, jumping, you name it. Definitely a lot of opportunity there. Now, of course, that stamina sprint bar is down in the bottom middle. So do be quite mindful of that. We're going to grab some heals here. And this is, of course, going to be tip-top terrace. So this is the first time we've landed here. We do have, I think, the Kill Bill boss over there. We might actually go and try and, check her out and see how she goes. But I think at the moment, this is definitely a nice POI. I like the general size of the POI especially well. This looks quite massive. You got vending machines here plus the job board. Right, so if you guys want to get some quests done, go and head over there. It has been redesigned as well. Alright, now we will just quickly jump back. Uh-oh. Very, very close there. Could have been a close call, but let us keep on moving. We do have some other changes as well, which we'll go over as this video progresses. Alright, we do have quite a few of the blue marshmallows. They're not marshmallows, but they will be mushrooms. And we do have quite a lot of balloons up in the sky there, so we'll make our way around here down to the Kill Bill. I probably would have liked to loot up a little bit more of that POI just in hindsight now, but you know what? We'll continue moving here, right? We're going to go check out this boss. I believe we go and enter this portal, and then we fight the Kill Bill. We've got a bunch of loot up there. So instead of going for the portal just yet, I actually want to come around the far side here. I want to make sure that we are maintaining some form of cover, whilst also going, look, let's start to crouch here. We don't want to just run out aimlessly. We also want to be going quite quietly as well, right? So, got some more shockwaves around the corner there. People have been noticing, Butter, the shockwaves. There are just so many of it this season. We do have the Rift Anomaly here, Rift-a-Palooza. So rifts spawn across the map, which is going to be quite handy. Alright, we'll go over here now. We're going to go into this portal and we're going to go see if this Kill Bill is worth it. I'm pretty sure. Look, I'm not even too sure how much ammunition is really going to be needed for this, but we've got some slurp barrels up there, so we are going to be identifying, where these sorts of healing items are, the natural healing items are, which is going to be able to help you, right, quite a lot. This is definitely going to be something that is going to be quite useful. Of course, we do have quite a few. Wow, okay, that's quite strong. Getting some nice combinations here. There will be a right click, which is the Vengeance Dash, should we say, and there we go. Now this is the Forsaken Vow Blade here, guys, which is very, very nice. I think the damage is actually quite incredible. However, I do need a shotgun for this, or at least an assault rifle. I'm trying to think, should we go for maybe... We might actually go for it. You know what? Why not, right? Let's try and go for it. Have a little bit of variety here. We'll definitely go and try and find out, look, is the Forsaken Vow Bow going to be worth it in the new Fortnite chapters? So, guys, if you are keen to see that, if you are enjoying this episode right now, make sure you guys do help us reach that goal of 5,000 subscribers by the end of next year. Alright, hit that like button and you hit that subscribe button. Now we're going to come around here. I believe we do have durability on this blade, yes, and there's also going to be a timer. So this won't be something that you can really just spam all the time. It seems like you will need to sort of be quite conservative with it, or at least calculated. Alright, we do have the rifts as well on the map. They are going to be marked, which I think is really, really helpful and good to see. And I think as we get used to this chapter, guys, this new season as well, you know, we're going to find all these new little things and really get to know it a little bit more intimately. So I'm very, very excited for that. This has been looted up, so we do have some shots over to the corner over here. We're going to try and use this Enforcer AR as much to our advantage as possible, because I believe that this is one of the most underrated guns in the game right now. Alright, that is right, guys. I do think that the Enforcer AR is going to be one of the most underrated weapons you can find on the map as it currently stands, you know, as of recording anyway. I do think the Deadeye Assault Rifle is very, very strong and definitely a keen contender for your guys' hotbar should you choose. It's very, very accurate, some decent damage. I would prefer the long range damage to be a little bit more, but I feel like that is just because of, you know, we have been pretty spoiled with regards to previous seasons there, so. I'm just going to recalibrate up here real quick because I'm definitely used to the red eye. We don't have a lot of shields, so typically this is something where I would say, okay, look, time to just leave. We do have old mate actually jumping up there. So what we might do is we might actually quickly go on down back over here. We're going to go to this med machine. The vending machine, definitely something over here. We're going to grab some health, and we're definitely going to have to reconsider, I feel, my statement here in terms of the underrated weapon variety that is the Enforcer. Alright, now the reason why I do say it is underrated, guys, is because it actually is very, very accurate as well, but it's something that you do not want to just spray with, similar to how you could use the red eye. Alright, I do think, of course, with both guns, it is pretty wise to sort of tap fire it, but right now, guys, we're going to be making our way over to these heals, and just trying to maintain a little bit of that sustenance, right, and that saturation, just in the general sense. Alright, yes, you can sort of go out there in these types of fights and these situations, and you can definitely try and give it a fair crack, but more often than not, it might just be easy for you guys to come back over here, you know, do what I'm doing right now, grab some heals. We'll do this, of course, inside the zone here, and don't worry about the health, because what we can do is we'll just go back over to our car, and we're going to go and we'll go stop by a fireplace. So we just go and check on inside here. Would like to get, maybe replace that for the minis. And we're a little bit low on fuel right now, so we're not going to boost here, guys. We are going to try and double down on our strategy so far as we learn this new season, as we get used to the new items, as well as, you know, trying to figure out the flow of the game. Right, we have this new Forsaken Vow blade, and I'm very, very excited to give that a go. So we'll just make our way over here, quickly grab some health, and we're going to mark on the map one of those rifts, which I think we've still got one marked here, but we'll go and head away now. We're going to go make our way a little bit closer into that zone. We could also go and travel maybe over to another POI. So if you guys are in a game where maybe you are having a little bit of a slower start, pretty sure I just heard someone knock on a tree over there, but if you guys are noticing a bit of a slower start, do not worry. Alright, definitely try to maintain your general sort of, we've got someone up there, your general sense of, there they are. Alright, you know what we're going to do here? We're going to come around to this tree. We're going to try and maintain that high ground positional advantage. So I'm thinking maybe we go up the right side here. We've got some trees. We could also go up there on top of that zip line. Right, there he is. He's actually invisible right now. I did see him for a bit. Hide and seek. Standing still or crouching grants stealth. Alright. Oh, hello. As you guys can see there, that was a pretty far away shot, and it still did 33 damage, which is pretty insane. Right, this is definitely going to be a lot more harder hitting long range than the red eye. So I feel like, yes, you guys are going to be foregoing there with the accuracy, or at least the useful accuracy, right, that you will get with the red dot. And you're going to be getting instead, well, unfortunate, you're going to be getting instead a lot more damage long range. So that is definitely something I'm going to be a fan of here. We're going to crouch around the corner. Right, we know he's close. We know that there was a gunfight here. We do see the shots going off over to yonder. Just going to keep an eye out there. We're going to quickly check this bush, sliding on into the bush. So if there was someone in there, that we would knock them off down the hill. Right, there he is. There's the guy who was getting at us from before. He was taking quite a few nasty shots at us, and it caused us to relocate here. And of course, as the season currently stands, we don't know where every healing item is, right? We don't know where all the vending machines are. We don't know where all the slurp trucks are. So we are trying, we are going to be a little bit rusty, right? As this sort of season is quite fresh. But guys, do make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you are keen to see us get used to this map, right? We're going to get used to it. We're going to uncover it all, and we're most certainly going to be able to share that with you all as well. So we do have quite a few shots just over this hill now. I'm going to crouch around this tree. Again, we're going to peek from the right. Right shoulder peek is key. What is right shoulder peek, guys? When you try and shoot here, see how there is a red X on the screen? It means your bullet won't be able to land. But if you move back, eventually that X disappears. But your character model is still behind the tree to the people up here. They can't actually see you. So you can shoot them, but they can't even see you. It is a very sizable buff there. Definitely regret doing that. I might shockwave over to this hill just because we do have the low ground. And I want to maintain high ground as much as possible. Alright, immediately we snap over to this cover here. Alright, I think old mate might be going... Yeah, he does go for the... Perfect. I'm just going to wait for him to turn around to look elsewhere. There we go. There is the ADS down the site there. Immediately we're going to grab some cover here. We've got another player to the right. It's very interesting seeing everyone try and get used to the new map and all the new things. Might actually shockwave this. Very, very slippery player over there. I want to reload. Of course, he will be... Oh, unfortunate. Will be a crown player going down there. We're going to go run over. We'll go and grab this crown. We're going to hopefully grab some shields as well. Use that vengeance dash to really try and cover that gap there. We do pick up the blue there for the pistols as well. At least should we say the twin hammer shotguns. Do see those footsteps up there behind us. That is why we are going to be increasing pace. Hopefully we can make it out here. Of course, dodging some more of those shots. Going to go for the mini upstairs. Crouching so we do not give them any noise pollution. We do not want to give away our position. We just want to sort of remain calm, cool, and collected here because we're going to get this win, guys. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. Right, especially if you guys find yourself in a game like this where maybe things didn't go exactly to plan, where maybe it went, you know, a little bit slower than you thought. There we go. We've got some shields down here. I'm going to go for the chest first, though, in case we get some minis. Never getting luckier here. Alright, so we're going to quickly go for these shields. Right, we'll grab this health. I would like a med kit. I would definitely not say no to a med kit right now. And I'm just going to be mindful about that zone. Oh, we do get a shield. Yeah, okay, we're going to go for the big boy. We'll go for these 2 slurp barrels. And then I want to make our way up to some high ground. So if you guys are, again, having a game like this where maybe things didn't go the way you planned and you're a little bit behind that 8 ball, do try to remain level-headed here, but also try to remain high. Alright, so we're going to get up high. We're going to go for this roof here. Should have some minis from this, which will be quite helpful. We'll wait for that stamina as well. And now that it is back up, we go for the jump. Slide, jump again. Alrighty, maybe not right now. And we'll go for the cheeky little hill behind this tower. So immediately I snap my camera over to that hill. I'm thinking there might be someone in that bush. Maybe up on that hill up there. We grab our cover. And I want to really get up here. I think this would be great. It's a little bit tricky. Especially with these curved edges. I swear Fortnite knows. Yep. I swear Fortnite knows that they're pretty much impossible. I'm pretty sure they make it like that to some extent. But I'm sure there's a way to get up there. I would like to get a move on though, just given the way that the zone is moving. And our health has definitely seen better days. So immediately we're going for that dash because I see the footsteps behind us there. I do not want to use our shockwave just yet, but I do want to separate ourselves from that player. I'm checking our corners, checking our weak defended areas. If we miss some of those shots, we keep on moving. We've got a really far away zone here. Yeah, we don't have enough time. There's a campfire to the left. I really wanted that campfire. And I have noticed quite a few bugs as well this season, just in regards to what looks like frame rate issues when you're close to the ground, or this sort of stuttering. Not too sure what's going on there, but have heard quite a few players notice the same thing. So I don't believe it is a sole issue on my end. So we're going to come up around here, check the back of course, especially if you guys are coming up on the underside of like a little ridge like this. You want to be checking that higher ground there, because players can more often than not, sneak up behind you there and really catch you off guard. We got a bandage down here. I want to be mindful going for this, just considering, our position here. I'm going to grab that, grab these porta bunkers, and we're going to actually use these as much to our advantage as possible. Alright, now we can, of course, hide back down here. He is in the zone, I'm pretty sure. We're going to check our back, because he could still be in that bush. Really don't like that. This NPC is going to try and, well, at least he was there, leading us to another player. Unbelievable aim there. Definitely. Look, this is my first or second time using this gun, so do go easy on me in the comments section. I do prefer the red eye in terms of these long range fights, but I quite enjoy the ammunition. Or at least the damage that you guys can get off there. I do know Snickers 2G. Well played to him. Alright, there's only 2 other players left now. I want to get up top there for this zone. Before we run out, I'm just going to wait. Alright, Legion Power will be getting the kill here, guys. The 1v1 now. We made it to the top 2. Will we be able to send this back? I want this high ground. So we're going to try and go up here. We're going to put a porta bunker down. We're going to nail that high ground positional advantage. Go for the reload. Before you knock the tree... Oh, where did he go? I think he's down behind the ridge here. Now, you want to be careful with places like this. Right, we do, of course, have quite a decent amount of health on us, but he could be healing up as well. So try to be mindful of that. You don't want to just assume that, hey, I've dealt, 100 damage to him. Actually, check the southern side of this ridge here in case he's sneaking up behind us, trying to go for that. Right, a lot of players will try to do that, and I definitely will try it myself. Now, there is the fuel station down there. There's a crown going off. I think he's down around the right side, which is very, very sneaky. I'm going to actually crouch around here as well. Make our way to this bush, and we'll put up another porta bunker, but I'm not going to put all my eggs in one basket. Right, we're going to be mindful of the fact that, hey, we have actually got 2 more porta bunkers to go. We've got some shields. We've got this Forsaken Vow bow here, and we've still got high ground. So, we'll check around the corner. We're going lengthways. Right, we're doing the far flank, but this way, he doesn't actually know we're here just yet. Now, we don't know where he is either. And right now, we might need to throw down a very snap porta bunker. But he could also be behind these trees. And this is what I'm really, really worried about here, is that now that we are leaving this high ground, he does actually nail that high ground. Well played to him. Really, really well played to him. Just going to go for the Forsaken Valbo here. Immediately we go for the cover. Ladies and gentlemen, that is how it's done. If you did enjoy this episode, make sure you hit that like button. You hit that subscribe button, and as always, take care. Garnier.